Well, as the days get shorter and the weather turns colder, it's time to fall in love with all of these wonderful fall recipes.
Not only do they warm the soul, they're easy on your pocketbook, and they make enough for leftovers, which is the best. Angie Horkan from the Wisconsin Beef Council is with us tonight. Hi, Angie.
You're welcome. Hi.
What are you making today?
It smells delicious.
Well, actually, these recipes check all the boxes for a recipe for today with this weather we're having.
I know, on a snowy night, this kind of stuff just sticks to your ribs.
Yeah, so I have our classic beef pot roast recipe, and then I have a classic country fried steak and gravy, which I've never really showed like how to make a country fried steak gravy recipe on TV. But I thought this year, you know, to get back to the classics and those feel good, really kind of comfort foods. You know, I grew up eating this. My mom used to make it all the time. I rarely do, and I should make it more because it's so easy. And like you said, so these recipes use economical cuts. So cubes, this is cube steak. So you take.
What is cube steak?
So in the supermarket, it'll be labeled cube steak, and it's made up from usually round steak, which is very lean, but also not very tender. So they take it and the process is called cubing it, and they tenderize it. So you can tell it's tenderized. It looks like it's got little cuts in it.
Yeah.
And it makes it super tender, and then you just quick fry it. So I just dredge it in a little seasoned flour, and then an egg, and then a little cracker crumb flour mixture, kind of a 3-step dredging process. And then you quick fry it, like literally a minute and a half per side in an electric skillet or just a skillet on your stovetop.
Could you use an air fryer, maybe?
It's a good question.
Possibly.
You could Google that.
Give it a try, everyone. If it's great, I'll take all the credit.
There you go. Yeah. We do not have an air fryer recipe for it.
It's
but
probably
you
better in
never
the
know.
pan, though.
Yeah.
And then, so when you're done with your steaks, you can use the drippings in your pan, add some milk, flour, butter, some more seasonings, just salt and pepper, and make a super easy, really awesome country gravy to go along. And then, of course, serve it with mashed potatoes, some steamed green beans or Brussels sprouts or whatever vegetable your family likes. And you have dinner. And
Perfect.
It's very economical.
That is comfort food with a capital C.
And it's finest, right?
Yes.
Well, other than the pot roast, so this classic beef pot roast, you do all in this stock pot. So I started like one big 3-pound chuck roast, arm roast, shoulder roast, rump roast. Any of those will work. I seared it here quick in the pan with a little flour on it, and then I used some more flour and put in the pan and made the gravy before you cook the pot roast. So beef stock, a little tomato paste, a little dried thyme, and that flour. Whisk that together. Put your pot roast back in and simmer it a couple hours.
So you cook the beef in the gravy?
In the gravy. And honestly, it's done when it's fork tender. So take your dinner fork, and if you can insert it into that chuck roast with little resistance,
Oh, there we go.
you'll know it's ready. So we like to say like 2.5, 3 hours, but every roast is different. Then throw in some vegetables. So I just have red potatoes, some onions, some carrots, and cook those another 20, 30 minutes just till they're tender. And that's it. You have a whole pot of dinner for 1 or 2 meals. And chuck roasts are quite economical. So
And they taste even better the next day.
You're exactly
when
right.
you rewarm them up.
So I've got some other recipes picked that I thought were perfect for this time of year. So if you go to beeftips.com and click on As Seen on TV, we've got a nice collection of fall comfort food recipes right there for you to try.
Great. That's great. On a night like tonight, that hits the spot, doesn't it?
And this makes you think of home, being with your family, grandparents, parents. Like, what's not to love? It feeds your stomach and your soul.
And try it in the air fryer just for snacks.
And let Brady know how it turns out.
Only if it's great. If it's not, just forget about it.
Thank you, Angie. Good to see you.